Hi. So today I'm going to talk about why quantitative finance is not just about quantitative trading. There's a lot more to it actually. Most people who have contacted me over the last few months after watching some of my videos. They want to know about quant trading, HFT and all that. Amazing actually. But when I talk to them, I find that they confuse quantitative finance with quant trading just. Well, quant trading is part of quant finance, but it's not everything, right? There is a lot more to quant finance than just quant trading. Of course, that's perhaps the most interesting, part of quant finance, interesting to many. But there's a lot more to it, and I'm going to talk about why you need to know that, because if you want to make a career in quantitative finance, you sh- your you should aim to have a broader view of things, as in you should explore more than just quant trading, career in quant trading, right? There are other areas where you can also make a very good career in quant finance. Or if you even work in quant trading, you can also move to other areas of quant finance in the future. So good to know actually the different areas in quant finance, and not just focus or narrow on one particular thing, which is quant trading. After 2020, after the COVID crisis, a lot of the young people are now interested in trading, option trading, as retail traders, and therefore they're quite interested in quantitative trading, algorithm trading, um, and that really excites them, which is good. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that when you study it, make it a career, right? You do it for a living. That's totally different, right? A lot of things are important there. You want to make a career, something that you want to do for a long time, not just for a few months, few years, but for a longer period of time. It's important to know a lot of other areas related to that, which are equally lucrative and interesting as well. And if you're still interested in quant trading, algo trading, go for that. It's still quite good, and nothing wrong with that, right? It's just that you need to know more. So there are other areas of quant finance, for instance, asset pricing. It's heavily quantitative, right? But you don't, do sort of trading there, right? I mean, eventually, asset pricing models are used for investment, for so even trading, but you don't do trading on a daily basis there. You do a lot of research work there, and research work is more important there. Whereas in trading, it's more short term, right? You want to make quick money and get out of the investment and be cash positive. That's not always the case in the case of more long-term investment. I think most of you know this. It's a very trivial concept. But in asset pricing, right, which is a very academic discipline in itself, a lot of the quant finance that is used there is for long-term investment, right? And there are various types of financial assets, commodities, you have stocks, you have, swaps and options, the derivative products. A lot of the big organizations are involved in derivative related products, so they do a lot of asset pricing. Lending is very important part of business in the banking world. A lot of models are also used there in lending. In fact, lending is a bigger business for most banks than trading, or even pricing of derivatives. So you have so many opportunities in the quantitative finance related to lending area, right? There are plenty of opportunities. There are number of jobs you can find. In fact, there are more jobs in the lending area compared to that in the trading area, right? Related to quantitative finance. Now, what I see is that a lot of the trainers, online trainers, they teach algo trading to many people, and they promise them job in various banks and all. Let me tell you that you will not find many opportunities in the quant trading area in many big banks, simply because trading is not the biggest business for most banks. Trading perhaps is more famous in smaller, private firms, and they don't hire too many people. They hire 5 people, 6 people. They may have a manager and 5 traders, right? So there are not simply not many opportunities there, right? Whereas in the case of lending area, right, you need to assess credit worthiness, you need to monitor the portfolio, you need to price the loans properly, and for that you do a lot of quant techniques. And the number of people you need to do all these activities will be in even thousands. A company like Citibank employs thousands of quants for various activities, right? Sometimes, there may be an overlap between quants and the data scientists who work there. But the point I'm trying to tell you is that you can have an amazing career in not in quant career in things not related to just trading but other areas, right? So uh, yeah, try to explore other things also, not just quant trading. If you absolutely like it, go for it, nothing wrong with that. But don't just follow the trend, don't just do what others are just doing, right? You may not be interested in that for a very long time, and there may be other equally good opportunities, or even better opportunity from many point of view. Quant trading is a very it's not for everyone actually, right? It's very stressful, um, and the stability in the job is also not that great, compared to that in other areas of quant finance. For example, if you're working as a quant in any of the big firms, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, your life would be a lot more stable compared to working as a quant in Two Sigma, right? Compensation wise, obviously you make more money in quant trading firms, but compensation is not everything for everyone, right? uh, in terms of work-life balance, also things are better in big organizations, big banks, big insurance companies, or even in consulting firms. um, Things are better, jobs are more stable, especially after the age of 30, 35. When you're in 20s, you can take a lot of risk, you can work in the weekend and you work late in the evening. But after you turn 35, 40, you want a more stable career, and that's where you will feel that the quant jobs in big banks, big consulting firms, big insurance companies, even in the fintech companies, which are not related to quant trading, but quantitative activity in other areas, could be lending, pricing, such areas, risk management, or even compliance, uh, are perhaps more suitable for you, right? So explore things other than just quant trading. And again, I'm not discouraging you to do algo trading, quant trading, or learn algo trading, quant trading. You can learn that for your own, work. For example, you want to do algo trading, um, using your own money. That's fine. But if you want to make a career, that's a totally different decision, right? So think about other aspects also. Yeah, do you want to do for a living? Do you want to do for a very long time or not? Right? Um, I'm going to make a detailed video as to what the different areas of quant finance, where you can make good career. Actually, I've discussed in few of my videos, but not in detail. Perhaps I would make one, especially for beginners, right? People who are fresh out of university and they want to make a career. Almost everyone is interested in algo trading, right? Sir, teach me how to do algo trading, and that's what I want to do for rest of my life. Easier said than done, actually, right? To make a living out of it, I think it is very difficult, right? Somebody is going to pay you to do algo trading. Uh, it's not that easy, and there are not many opportunities. There are hundreds of opportunities, no doubt, but there are probably lakhs of people, millions of people are trying for those jobs, right? But if you are good in mathematics, mathematical finance, understand financial markets, there are other areas also to explore, right? So think about that, and don't just focus on one area. That's my advice. Okay. Another important thing to know is that the people are very curious to know the money that someone makes in algo trading, and you see people talking about that on LinkedIn and various places, and then that excites many people. What they don't know is that in good years, people make good amount of money, but in bad years, what you make is probably much less, right? A lot of the money that you make in algo trading is related to incentives based on your performance, and performance may not always be good, right? Especially when you're doing trading, right? Uh, so that's one very important thing to know. Okay. And the entry level salaries are a bit bad in other quant areas, in risk modeling and other fields. But as you grow in that career, after spending 5 to 10 years, once you become an expert, you are a senior quant, you start making pretty good money, right? Especially from the top universities in India, from IITs and NITs, many people do reach out to me only interested in quant trading, nothing else, right? Let me tell you, many of my colleagues when I used to work in India were from IITs, and they were not doing quant trading. They were doing quant activities in other areas. They were doing derivative pricing or doing credit modeling, market risk modeling, operational risk modeling, compliance modeling, stress testing, and so on and so forth. So just because you have a degree from an elite university doesn't mean that you will only do quant trading, and only that justifies your skills. Nothing wrong with doing that. You can try if you can get into some of the finest trading firms. Wonderful, but there are other areas to explore also, right? So important to know. It's there's nothing much about it actually on the internet. That's the unfortunate thing, especially for Indian audience. I know there are some, there are some books written, but who reads books these days, right? You watch videos, even people are not reading blogs these days anymore, right? So but they're nothing much related to these things on the internet, and that's the reason why, the younger generation, people who are fresh out of university or still in university and looking out for career, they don't know much about it. And I'm just trying to demystify some of the things based on my own experience, and I could be wrong in some of the things, by the way. So just don't take everything what I say literally. Don't take everything on face value. You assess yourself, challenge also sometimes, and always nice to have a second opinion in everything we do in life, and certainly in career. So talk to people, talk to seniors in your university, so to know more about these things, right? Uh, to conclude this video, I would like to tell you that if you are keen on making a career in quantitative finance, be open to explore various areas of quantitative finance and not just quant trading, which may be very exciting because it may challenge you for a variety of reasons. Also, the money factor is important there. But let me also tell you there are equally good opportunity in other quantitative finance areas, such as working as a quant in the lending space, okay, working as a quant in the product space in fintech, working as a quant in long-term investment in asset management firms, working as a quant in risk modeling space or in compliance space or in audit space, even you name it, right? Just wanted to share. If you have any experience of that, you want to have further question on this, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section. Okay, thank you guys.